Alright, football pick time once again. Let's see what happened in Week 8. First game I looked at was the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. I picked the Giants to win. They did by a score of 20-17. So that's one so far. Jacksonville-Houston. I picked Houston to win, and they did by a score of 24-14. That happened as well. So that's two. Picked Baltimore to beat Arizona, and they did by a score of 30-27. So that's three. I picked the New Orleans Saints to defeat the St. Louis Rams, but who did not have a win at the time. But the St. Louis Rams somehow came together and finally got their first win of the season. So no points for me on that one. The final score was 31-21. So the NFL has one less winless team. I picked the Carolina Panthers to beat the Minnesota Vikings, but that did not happen either. It was the Vikings by a score of 24-21, so I am still at 3. Another winless team, the Indianapolis Colts, visited the Tennessee Titans. I picked the Titans to win, and that did happen by a score of 27-10. So the Colts still winless, and I'm up to 4. Picked the Detroit Lions to beat the Denver Broncos, and that happened very handily. It was 45-10, so you can give me 5 now. In the game played in Toronto, the Buffalo Bills beat the Washington Redskins 23-0. I picked the Bills, so you can give me 6 on that one. First home game they've won in Toronto, so way to get that started. Bills, they're on a roll. I think they're for real. Cincinnati Bengals I picked over the Seattle Seahawks, and that happened as well. It was 34-12 in that game, so you can give me 7 for the week. Picked the 49ers over the Browns, and that happened by a score of 20-10, so I'm up to 8. This was a tough one, the Patriots and the Steelers. A game that either one could have won, but I picked the New England Patriots, and that did not happen, unfortunately. It was the Steelers by a score of 25-17, so no points on that one. I'm still at 8. Looking at the Sunday Nighter now, it was the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. I picked the Eagles to win, and they did handily by a score of 34-7, so you can give me 9 on the week. And finally, the Monday night game was the San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. My pick was the San Diego Chargers, and they went to overtime. It was 20-20 after 4 quarters, and the winning field goal was kicked by Kansas City. So no points on the Monday night game. I finished Week 8 with 9. Combine that to my total of 61 from the previous 7 weeks, and I have an even 70. So, how many will I add to that total of 70 in Week 9? 4 teams have the week off, so I have a slate of 14, which is one more than last week. So we'll see what we got. San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. I still haven't gotten a chance to actually watch the 49ers play, but they've been consistent, and Washington has not been consistent, so I think I could trust the 49ers to take them. And so that's going to be my pick. I'm going to pick the 49ers over the Redskins. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. The New Orleans Saints will be mad after losing to the Rams. And they're at home. I think they're going to take it out on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are a good team, but they're not really an elite team like the Saints are, so I think the Saints are a safe pick here. Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. I haven't really trusted the Chiefs this year. I mean, they've had some injury troubles, and they got off to a rough start, but they've been hot lately. And the Dolphins, I don't think I'm going to trust them. I don't see myself picking them at all, really, in the near future. So I got to go with the Kansas City Chiefs here. So that is my pick. Seattle and Dallas. Both teams who've been inconsistent. They're hard to really pick, but since I got to pick one of them, I got to go with the home team, the Dallas Cowboys, because the talent is there. They just haven't really put it together. So I got to. But against the Seattle Seahawks, I think they will. So I'm picking Dallas. The Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis is basically nothing. They're the other team that hasn't won a game yet. And Atlanta, they've kind of had a rough go of it, but against these Indianapolis Colts, I think this is a game they can win. Okay. Go on to the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. I'm trusting my Bills, and yeah, I'm trusting them, and because I trust them, I think this is a game I have to pick them in. I mean, the Jets, I mean, they're not slouches, but if I truly believe the Bills are for real, I have to believe they can beat the Jets. So. And I do. I do believe they can beat the Jets, and I'm going to go with my gut and pick my Buffalo Bills to beat the Jets this week. So, there we go. Cleveland Browns and Houston Texans. Tough call there. I mean, the Browns, they're a nice, vibrant young team, but they've had some injuries lately. They've lost Peyton Hillis. He's not going to play this week. Houston's kind of has injury trouble too, but I kind of like the Texans playing at home, and yeah, I just like the Texans, and I think they're a stronger team than the Browns. I think this is a game they can win. So that's what I'm going with. Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if I trust them yet. I don't know if I trust the Bengals. They've gotten off to a 5-2 start. I really don't know why. I haven't had a chance to watch them either. Tennessee Titans, I do trust them. They're a team that's, hasn't been totally consistent, but the talent is there. I'm not quite sure if I trust the Cincinnati Bengals yet. Maybe a bit of a risky move, given the records, but I gotta pick the. I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans here. If the Bengals beat the Titans, then maybe I'll start trusting them more, but we'll see. Denver Broncos, Oakland Raiders. Gotta go with the team that's been a little more consistent here, and that's the Oakland Raiders. I don't know if I trust Tebow to beat the big dogs just yet. But Oakland's not really a big dog, but they've gotten off to a good start, and playing at home, I think they could beat the Denver Broncos. Let's go with look at Green Bay and San Diego. San Diego's not a terrible team, but against the defending Super Bowl champions who have still not lost a game, I gotta go with the Packers here. Yeah, gotta go with the Packers. New York Giants and New England Patriots. Both teams that have had some success. They have identical 5-2 records right now. I think on paper the better team is New England. So that's what I gotta go with. I gotta go with New England. Let's go with the St. Louis Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Again, two teams with identical records, but identical bad records. They're both 1-6. This is a tough one. I think the team, with the most raw talent is the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm going to pick the Cardinals to beat the Rams in this one. Help us all. They're both hard teams to pick. They haven't been well at all, but of course they're playing each other. I have to pick one of them. So I'm going to go with Arizona. Brings us to the Sunday night game, which is the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both teams that have had some success. Baltimore at 5-2, Pittsburgh at 6-2 so far. Even with their wins, Baltimore, I've seen some weaknesses in Baltimore. I saw the Monday night game they played against Jacksonville, and that was kind of, I didn't see the whole game, but yeah, that was kind of crappy. I kind of trust Pittsburgh more. I don't want to judge the Ravens based on one game, but I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a better team, and I'm going to pick them. So, there we go. And the Monday night game is the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, a tough call. I mean, the Eagles were very hyped going into this year, and they haven't really shown it, but the talent is there. With the Bears, the talent is there too, but But, you know, both teams have been inconsistent. I think the team I got to go with here is the... I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go with the Eagles. They will even up both teams' records. They will... And, yeah, maybe the Eagles can do something in the second half of the season. So, my last pick of Week 9. To recap, the teams that have the week off, by the way, are Carolina, Detroit, Jacksonville, and Minnesota. 4 teams getting the week off. Week 10, it will be a full slate. I think Week 11, the last 4 teams will take the week off, if I remember my schedule correctly. But anyway, to recap my Week 9 picks, it is the 49ers over the Redskins, the Saints over the Buccaneers, Chiefs over Dolphins, Cowboys over Seahawks, Falcons over Colts, Bills over Jets, Texans over Browns, Titans over Bengals, Raiders over the Broncos, Packers over Chargers, Patriots over Giants, Cardinals over Rams, Steelers over Ravens, and Eagles over Bears. So, see how Week 9 goes, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.